ক্লিক করুন অ্যাপের বেল আইকনে আর সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন এবিপি আনন্দ। সব সময় থাকুন খবরে।
নোবেলজয়ী মোহাম্মদ ইউনূসের সঙ্গে ভিডিও কনফারেন্সিং এ রাহুল গান্ধী এখন সরাসরি দেখে নেব।
In that direction, I don't think you can think in the same way and achieve what you're saying. I don't think it's possible. So I think it's a completely new page that you're talking about. I don't think it's a incremental thing.
That again another point I wanted to underline because of the corona pandemic. I said corona pandemic suddenly stopped the whole machine, the economic machine globally, and stopped everything. Now the whole trust is coming, whole push is coming, that how quickly we can go back to where we're coming from. I said, what is the hurry to go back? Should we at all go back? Because that world was a very horrible world. It was creating a world with global warming and giving us a kind of countdown when the world will be finished in a few years, in a couple of decades, 3 decades maybe. The world will be at a stage where nobody can survive anymore. Why do we have to go back to that world? And why do we have to go to the world with global warming, with wealth concentration? All the wealth in that world is moving to few hands. And most of the people have nothing to do with the wealth anymore. So why do we have to go back to that system to create wealth concentration? Why do we have to go back to that world where artificial intelligence is taking away jobs from everybody? All the massive unemployment that will be created in the next few decades. Do we have to go back to it? I said, going back will be suicidal. So this coronavirus has given us a chance to think new, opportunity to make a break. That's what the point you raised. We are not thinking about it. We got so used to it. Now suddenly we said, we got an opportunity now. Let's go different way. And these are the different ways. Unless we take those bold decisions, this is the time to take extremely bold decisions, outrageously bold decisions right now. It's not just about quietly go back to where we are and kind of celebrate that we are back again. Our shops are open.
This model is not an Indian model or a Bangladeshi model. This is a completely Western model that we have adopted lock, stock and barrel. In fact, we have aped this model, and then we have realized that this model is not all it seems. This model has serious problems. This model has serious contradictions. It destroys the environment. It destroys societies. And I mean, if I think about Mahatma Gandhi, he 78 years ago was saying that we need to think about the rural economy. We need to think about our traditional structures. Now, of course, we've had a journey, and that's an important journey. But I think the idea of rethinking some of these designs based on, an Indian structure, a Bangladeshi structure, an Asian structure would be quite a powerful thing. So I think I agree with you that the game needs to be equalized for rural people, and a imagination, and Corona gives us an opportunity to have a brand new imagination which comes from within us as opposed to from outside us. I think
just one little amendment to that. Absolutely agree with the basic thrust of it. This is not an Asian phenomenon. This is not an Indian phenomenon. This is not a Bangladeshi phenomenon. This is a global phenomenon.
Absolutely.
The proof is when we started the main bank in Bangladesh lending money, they thought it's a Bangladeshi phenomenon. This is a crazy country. They do crazy things. Then suddenly they became an Asian phenomenon. Or they do crazy things. Now it's a global because it's not the problem of Bangladesh alone.
But there are flavors that are local. So, for example, I visited you in Bangladesh, and the Bangladesh flavor, I agree that the central problem is the same, but the flavor and the solution is slightly different based on the culture of the place. For example, we have a caste-based society. We have a completely different type of structure than, say, the United States, which doesn't have a caste-based society. So our structures that emerge are slightly different, even though the problem is the same. Would you?
Basic thing. No, I wouldn't agree. The basic thing is same. I wouldn't. You have the caste system. USA has a race system,
right.
Worse than the caste system. You cannot compete with each other.